What's going on, everybody? This is Chris, Crypto Secret X, place we talk about crypto. And today I want to talk to you a little bit about XRP and Solana. And there are some things going down the pipe that I think is going to be quite promising for us all. I know the sentiments are that a lot of people feel like we're currently in the bear market. I know that could be pretty tough right now. But before we get started, you know what we got to do. Cue the intro. Well, as you all know, when we get into the market today, let's go ahead and jump over into the market to see what's going on. And there are a few things I want to kind of let you know what's going on with Solana. Number one, institutional adoption for Solana is really accelerating. With upcoming launches from Franklin, Templeton, securities tokenized, partnering with BlackRock's and Build. Another thing, Solana developers are building for mobile, which is the new mobile apps from Jupiter Drip and Photo Finish Live, alongside with mobile devices like Solana Mobile, Seeker, and Jumbo's Phone 2. And so those are some of the some updates that's coming down, coming on down the pipe with Solana. Also, Solana payment ecosystem continues to expand, features, launches of cross-border payment apps like Sling, emerging trends like PayFi, releases debit cards powered by Solana-based stablecoins, and a new stablecoin like Sky's USDS. And so these are just some of the other highlights. One more, the decentralized energy is emerging with DePIN, sub-sector that aims to address the energy crisis. Developments from the breaking point include introductions from decentralized renewable energy network, Project Zero, and ProLedger upcoming migrations to the Solana blockchain. And also projects built primarily on the Solana they just announced $173 million in fundraising in the Q3 24, which is the highest since Q22 22. So early stages of development also growing with the second hacking of 36% of the registration from the last. So that's just some of the stuff that's going on. And the on-chain activity is down 66% from March, but still up 1,876 year of in. But overall on-chain activity in Solana has declined recently, with monthly transaction fees down 66% from March highs, but still almost 1,900% year over year. While monthly transaction fees peaked in March, Solana's March share fees grew until July, reaching 25% until December 2023. Solana March shares have never been above 15%. So that's just some of the things that's going on with Solana. And here's the thing: there are some with the Solana ETF just approved. We have seen some price movement in Solana. So when we go to the chart and we look at Solana, and let me go ahead and share my chart with you guys so you can see what I'm looking at. I know I got this light in my face. God, it's really hurting it. But let's look at the chart here. And as we see with Solana, Solana currently is sitting at $1.40. When we look at the overall price chart here, we will see there has been some movement. You can see we're 142 on the 24th. We did have a bounce here, and then it went down approximately to like 139, but then now it's got about 140. So there are some things coming down the pipe. They also have been talking about some burns to, with the help with the inflation with Solana. which may help with the price. But I know with Solana launching the ETFs, that is going to play a significant role in some price movement or adding to that price movement. Of course, everybody's still talking about tariffs and things like that, but Solana now is sitting at 140.31. Now, one of the things that I looked at Solana, I started thinking about some things, and Solana was currently sitting about 70. It's currently sitting about a market cap about 71 billion. And I was looking at XRP, which is currently sitting about 141 billion. Even if Solana could actually 2x. 2x for Solana would be roughly about $280 Solana, which we could see that. We could see that coming down the pipe. I know Solana is going to be one of those coins in the strategic reserve once everything has been hashed out. So you got to, I've been constantly DCing on Solana in between the 129 and about the 139. I've been DCAing, and I think that's been really relatively lucrative for me in increasing that amount. Also been DCAing on XRP. Now, what's going on with XRP? Well, everybody knows one of the biggest things with XRP is that the court case and those things are over. They have spoken about some things about XRP hitting $1,000. Unless they burn, I really don't see that because of just right now the market cap is currently sitting at 140. But if more global adoption will come down the pipe, we will see it. But I believe XRP can potentially hit that $5 or $6 mark with XRP. So is it a good time to DCA in? A lot of times, people. Here's the thing. I know a lot of times with Solana, a lot of people don't like to buy the 240 because they feel like that's a little high. I don't think it is. I think you should DCA, even if we were to get some retracement or pullback. Here's the thing why I don't think we're going to see much of a pullback like we saw before. Over the past couple of years, if you go back and look at Bitcoin, and even though we've had a retracement back to around the 80-some thousand. Let's see what Bitcoin is at today. Sitting at 87,000. So Bitcoin is sitting currently at 87,000. But here's the thing. Even though Bitcoin is sitting at 87,000, if you go back and look at all the Bitcoin halvings in the 4-year cycle, Bitcoin has steadily increased. If you kind of look at it, it went from 15 to 30 to 70 to 100. And then it had a retracement back. To see a $35,000 Bitcoin, I don't think we're going to see that because number one, I think more countries are going to start buying Bitcoin, which is going to cause a bigger run up. I think also is that Bitcoin only has 21 million, and we will see it. And after every halving, Bitcoin has reached a new all-time high. And it currently is at a high. Even though everybody's talking about 87,000 and 70-some thousand is low. When I first came in, Bitcoin was 35,000 and went all the way down to 15,000. So now the new low, when people are talking about like 76 and 87,000, that's not. So I am just continuously DCAing on Bitcoin because I do believe we're going to see an unbelievable price of Bitcoin in 2027. But I also think that Bitcoin will continuously run. And I think that's something that you need to have into your portfolio because that's also something that's going to help you with just increasing your volume, not your volume, your cash flow with Bitcoin because Bitcoin has continuously increased. And even though it is down compared to what we think is at 100-some thousand now is a new norm, but $87,000 is a lot, especially if you bought it at 15,000. So they say the magic number for Bitcoin is to have the 0.02. I know I've definitely got that. But I think DCAing on Bitcoin can lose because it's going to be something I think it's going to really increase later and overall. And so you just gotta take your time. Now, if we are in the bear market, there are a lot of coins that are at a discount. I did DCA back into Pepe. I had so long my Pepe, made a nice chunk off Pepe, but I did DCA back into Pepe, and I did DCA into Ave. And I've had let me see, I can tell you my run up with Ave. I think Ave is a great buy. I don't know why people don't really pay attention to it, but Ave, AAVE, I just think it's a great buy. I bought it at like around 160 something. And right now, Ave is up. Believe it's around 183. But when I look at my Bitcoin, I am up in Bitcoin. Let's see from last year. Well, Bitcoin's up 31%. Let me see. Market price. And I'm just looking at mine. I am up, tell me something, over 106% in my Bitcoin. I am up in XRP. I am up 150% just in a year. So these are like Ethereum. I'm up 34% in the past year. In Aave, I am up in Aave roughly 39%. So I made some these calls, and of course Sui. I am also in a great position with Sui, and I think those are the 5 coins with long Ondo that I think people need to start really looking at while we're in this market, because these coins are at a discount. I still think people need to pay attention to Ethereum. Now Solana, I'm definitely DCAing, but here's the thing. Ethereum reminds me of the same situation Solana was in, just not that intense, but people were not buying it. They were like, nah, I'm not messing with this. $9, I'm gonna stay away. And it went up to $290 some. So you have an opportunity. You just have to, you just have to just DCA in, just DCA. But I am currently buying those particular coins. I did get a new position into Pepe. I probably will up my Pepe a little bit more, because what I'm expecting here now is I'm looking at this like a bear market. And I was able to get in great positions in the bear market. My wallet is not down like it was when I was in the last bear market. I am up substantially, but I do see this as a great opportunity to increase certain positions, and that's what I'm going to do right now. So that's what's going on there. But I definitely want to talk to you about those particular things. But XRP, get ready. They got some big news coming, but I know they're talking about the lawsuit. XRP will run. And I think Solana is definitely going to run. And I think the more they get closer and closer to the strategic reserve and the rules and stipulations of how they're going to do this thing and everything, we're going to see some things run. Bitcoin is going to run because countries now are looking at Bitcoin like gold. US is contemplating selling some of their gold to get Bitcoin, which I think is an amazing idea. So we just got to stay tuned and see what happens. We just got to stay in the mix and stay tuned and see what goes on. Okay. All right. So I'm going to pause for a little break. I'm going to come back and talk to you a little bit about episode 10 with Bookman and AI. I love what's going on. And see, here's my thing. Listen to me. With Bookman, Ted, Looney. Okay. Ted with the 3 million, Looney with the 4 million. Bookman is kind of like in that mix. It didn't go that high with those two, but I am constantly adding these guys in the movie. I think I'm almost completed with this. I'm trying to decide whether I'm going to put this in film festivals as a series, a saga series, or if I'm going to put it in as one major film and then submit to Tubi. But I do want to let you know I have been on that. I'm going to show you just a small snippet you know, the more I keep doing it, the more it's starting to take a shape of its own. It is looking more like an adult type film versus a child's type film. I'm only going to play maybe the first snippet. I'm trying to take it a little bit longer, and I have been working on some different aspects when it comes to Bookman AI. So let me just get you to it first, and then I'm gonna let you see like the first little snippet before it comes on, and you can kind of take it from there. So let's see what we have here. Let's get that going. But I am definitely DCA guys. I'm not playing around. I just know. I remember that feeling when people slept on Solana. I remember the feeling. I remember when people was like it's over, and then it just went parabolic. Let me see if we got it in here. All right, Saga. Let's see if we can get to it. Okay, just one moment. I'm about to get you to it right now. I just want to make sure we are there. We are there. One moment. See if we can get this bad boy going. I do want y'all to see it because you know you're gonna be able to tell. There's some work going. I'm working on this thing. This is. I don't want to play it all. I just want to play a little bit, not all of it. Show you a little something. Let's see here. Just one moment. Okay, there we go. Let's see if I got it. Okay, let's see here. Just one moment. Okay, see if we can get this bad boy going here now. Just a little bit of it now.
You got to admit the frog got a set of balls on him. The little shit. Said he's about Web3, not chainsaws. That's some kahunas,
He's cocky, though. Too damn cocky. Like he thinks he's already top dog. That's dangerous. Swagger ain't power. Swagger gets you beat with a pipe and left in the alley. He walks in like he runs Wall Street. But he don't know this ain't Wall Street. This is my street.
Okay, but hold up. What if you're looking at it wrong? Maybe this Bookman Frog, maybe he ain't competition. Maybe he's a damn asset.
The road to hell runs through me, and there is a heavy toll to pay.
I'm going to stop it right there. But as you can see, there is a lot of effort going into Bookman AI. And here's the one thing about memes, man, and you got to understand, all it takes is just one tweet. All it takes is just one tweet. One right person see it, and boom, it's off. And so constantly doing it, constantly working on it. And you see Ted in there, Looney's in there, and of course, Bookman. And so the main goal is to get to a different sector. I am on Fanbase, which is a new app, which has over 1 million people. Totally different from what we have here now, but I am introducing it over there on Fanbase, which is a lot different, and the thing is to start bringing more people into cryptocurrency, but also telling the journey. So want to talk to you today. Hang in there. Stay strong, man. I'm up. It's late tonight, man. I've been up since 3 o'clock this morning. It's like 10 now. I did some research, so that's why I'm like, my eyes are like so blurry, man. I've been trying to get this thing, but now I'm about to jump over on TikTok, talk to my TikTok live. I've been kind of increasing with a lot of, follows over there and with fan base. So this thing is picking up. I need to get everybody kind of converged into one, man, on one channel. Man, they are stretching me. But I definitely want to thank y'all for joining me tonight. And also, I had a chance. Let me talk to you a little bit. I had a chance to sit in. This was pretty cool. I can't think of the guy's girl's name or whoever it is, but they had. He's a Docs dev, and he does launches every 1 to 3 weeks. And so I happened to get in on this launch. Turned out to be pretty good. It is a free fall now. It's not. They launch, people buy. I think they was able to run the coin up to like $1.4 million. They had about a FDV volume of about maybe 800,000 that went through, and the market cap, the liquidity didn't get up no higher than about 226,000. But of course, it was like a ton of people in on the space, and what they do, they just launching memes every 1 to 3 weeks. I think what's going on now, is I think people this is when the last meme coin craze took off, was because people started getting bored with the market. The market wasn't moving like it had been moving. People started getting bored. They wanted to make money. They weren't getting the X's like they wanted. So what did? They went over into memes, and then what happened is the launches, and so that's when Docs devs and everybody was, and it was hot. It was hot. Everybody wanted to be on Docs dev because that was how they were buying and getting into their memes. And I think that is coming back. Don't get it twisted now. It's coming back because it's just a sentiment of people making money. But you got to understand, it is a dangerous game over there now, because people do buy, they do sell. And the thing about it is if you get into that field and you get into it, you don't need to put your life savings in that. That's all I tell you. You can get in, you can make unbelievable money, but the problem is people also have unrealistic expectations on certain things, and they just have to be aware of that. But a lot of people made money. I made a nice little chunk off of it, and I thought it ran really well. And then, of course, it started going down. But they did maintain that for a while. Let me see what the market cap is now, just to kind of see. Let me see here. I'm just curious. I do want to see what the market cap is. Let's see what they get to. Yeah, it went down. Market cap now is at 602,592,000. So it did go down. At one time it was up. They do have a volume of 2.5 million, but it did retrace. Liquidity now 114,000. So of course it retraced, but they held that for a while. They burned it. They put it on. They actually launched it on pump. But you really don't even have to do it like that. If you really want to launch, you'd probably come out better just launching it on the site and just telling people about it. But also, I have all my links in my bio that you can follow me there. But join the Bookman Saga, man. Check it out. Episode 10 is coming. The one thing I will tell you about episode 10, so you need to be aware of this now, there's some language in it. There's some language in it. It's more catered to adults. They are talking about cryptocurrency. The biggest thing, what is the goal of Bookman AI? Bookman AI is to get it into the film industry sector, create more people buying into cryptocurrency, and introducing it to a new wave of people. Of course, you still got your crypto investors here. I am not solely invested in meme coins. I am invested in major coins. That's where the bulk of my money is. But Solana, XRP, Ondo, Bitcoin, those are some of my top. Aave, Ethereum, let's see, Cardano, Chainlink, Pepe. I own all of those particular coins. Right now, with Pepe, I'm just kind of like holding strong there. Let me see if I was down. One down. So I am currently holding Pepe, and I'm thinking now's the time, the great time to buy. So I'm gonna buy. I'm not gonna lump in, but I am going to DCA in and get myself into a deeper position and be ready. Like people say, if this is a bear market, and that was the bull run. If that was the shortest bull run we ever seen before, then this could also be the shortest bear market that we ever see in our lifetime. So therefore, I'm going to DCA and I'm going to continue to get in position, just like you should. But also take your time. It's not financial advice. You need to do your own research. But I will tell you this: it is a great time to get in crypto if you have not gotten involved. But other than that, I want to thank y'all for joining me tonight. Like I always tell you, you never learn how to swim without jumping in, and you never climb a mountain without stopping. This is Chris Crypto Secret X. All right.